December and BG. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
they got switched it up.
I get what you're saying.
Hey, we in the building 1-2. My boy Ran. What's up, baby?
Hey.
My boy T. What's up, baby?
What's going on, brother?
Woo! Hey, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I went to my first professional NFL game.
First one?
Same, bro.
I've been to preseason games, but and I was in the box, I was bougie. So I was with the people. And I have to say, it was sweet seeing what happened.
Yeah.
I have to say it was sweet. It was sweet seeing what happened.
My first game too, man. First NFL game.
It was dope because first game with fans being back. There was none last year, so that atmosphere was crazy. If this was just a regular season, I don't think it's that many people at week one.
Yeah.
But it's because it's the first time we're back in stadiums. It wasn't a sellout, but it felt like one. Being down there.
I like it for sure. Yeah, it's a good game too, man. Competitive game. Got some
Who did they play?
Football.
What the Bengals play?
Minnesota Vikings. Don't disrespect us like that, man.
I just forgot, bro. I just forgot.
Don't disrespect us like that, man.
I just forgot, bro. I'm sorry. I was at the game. I was a little twisted, so I just forgot. You know what I'm saying? I was a little twisted. I knew I didn't have to play. I knew I didn't have to hoop later, so injury reserve. Hey! Shout out to the squad. We came up short. Team. We'll be back in November. It's going down. But back to the point, I was a little twisted, so I just forgot who they played. But it's I'm thinking that team lost.
Yeah.
Oh! It didn't show that almost the argument best running back in the league fumbled that rock.
Calling the field was a fumble, but it was no clear evidence.
Oh hell no!
Look,
it's a fumble, man. He fumbled.
It was a fumble, T.
No, I get it was no conclusive evidence to overturn it. I guarantee if they say he was down, they would say it was down.
But it was a fumble. It was ruled a fumble.
It was ruled. But
so we look at the stat sheet.
We don't know
if we looked at the stat sheet. Does it say fumble? Yes or no question?
No.
Not
in my book.
No, not in your book, but in the NFL's book.
Not in my fumble.
In the NFL's book, yes, it says fumble. Correct?
No.
Are you just not going to answer the question?
No, next question.
Is your first time seeing Kirk Cousins in person?
Yeah, Kirk Cousins, yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Hey, Kirk Cousins ain't play a bad game. He had him in position to win. Did he throw any picks? I don't think so. No.
No, it was one turn with the end. It was that fumble.
We didn't take advantage. We didn't, and I blame more probably offensive play calling. We didn't take advantage of our cornerbacks.
I would have thought. I thought they was going. It was pretty cool seeing Thielen. He's a little bit bigger than I thought he was. And Dalvin Cook's a lot smaller than I thought he was.
He seemed very small.
On TV, he looked kind of bulky, but he's a. I'm pretty sure he's strong as hell. You know what I'm saying? But
and fast.
But compared to the maybe it's because it's the big guys out there. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's very shifty. Oh my,
he'll bounce off of you.
Ooh wee. Yeah, quick feet. I mean, it just wasn't good enough to win the game, but Talk. I done picked with you enough, brother. Go ahead and tell me what happened.
Nah, that was a fumble. That's what happened. That's all that happened. I mean, Bengals had us dead to rights in the first half. Game looked like it was about to be over. They went for it on 4th and 1, which is dumb as hell. Let us back in the game.
Yeah, that was stupid. I don't know how I did that shit.
It was a bad play call too. Yeah. I'm a risky guy. So I always talk about Madden. I'll go for it on 4th and 1. I'll go on the 4th and 1 in the heartbeat. But bro, it was a terrible play call. Zach Taylor's terrible, bro, and they're gonna lose a lot of games this year because of it. The Vikings are a mediocre squad, so no offense. That's just how I feel right now. They're a mediocre squad, and the Bengals will lose to all good teams because of the play calling.
It's interesting because last year the Bengals had a lot of games like that, but they would lose those games. So
no, just to be fair, my team's a mediocre squad as well. So
it's levels of mediocre. We're not mediocre. We're not mediocre like Cowboys. Y'all are.
We better than y'all though.
Stop it. No, we don't play out of shit.
We better than y'all though, for sure.
Stop it. Just because y'all lost to the GOAT, that's why.
We would have blew y'all out though.
Stop it.
Anyways, let's talk about we both 0-1. So we could that's just the only reason y'all lost is because of the fumble. It gotta be more of a reason, like what was going on. Why was it that close? You know what I mean? Give me a synopsis of the game, brother.
I mean, just week one. Everyone shaking off rust. Everybody's first game back in front of home fans and everything. Play calling a little questionable, especially in overtime. Like it's like nobody wanted to win in overtime.
Yeah.
I think both teams are being a little bit too conservative. I think.
Shot and then that big play before halftime. That was a huge difference too.
Yeah.
Because I thought I went up the concession stand. I'm thinking the thing was going 40 seconds left. Are they about to go to halftime?
Chase
yeah,
Chase.
Jamar Chase. Smoke, really. Smoke.
He dog, man. He dog.
But that just goes to show the difference between. That's what just goes to show the difference between we got a young head coach, we got a young aggressive head coach, and then an old back in the early days head coach Mike Zimmer.
I mean, he was
crazy. It's crazy to think that Mike Zimmer is like the old days. Jesus Christ. Like, that means we getting old, bro. Because I remember when he was like getting his start. Yeah, getting his start.
Fresh face. I think the Bengals being a little conservative too, though. I think, they were.
No, I mean they was being aggressive, but like I said, it was not necessary. Like
questionable play calling.
That 4th and 1, the first one anyway, because the second one was crazy.
That was still questionable. It was like, what are they doing? It worked out. That play action that was questionable.
No, that was
worked out though. It worked out great.
But that was Burrow. Because they said he had 2 plays.
Oh, they changed it.
Yeah, they was about to run the ball at first, and he said, "Nah, we about to."
I thought they were wrong. When it happened, everybody was like, "Oh shit, what they're doing?" And it's like, "All right," because everybody was like, "Yo," thinking it was gonna be a bad decision. But yeah, it worked out.
But no, it was a good game. Overall, good game. Man. Won. We lost. Everyone else in our division lost, so we still in first place. So no matter. So. Green Bay got embarrassed. Detroit, and Chicago.
I would still bet against Aaron Rodgers against y'all though, man.
Even after what you just said in week one?
One game, I don't know.
It's one game.
Y'all think falling off?
Nah, not quite, not yet. He looked like, I'm just playing, I'm giving you a hard time. I don't actually know who I bet on. He didn't look interested.
Right.
Yeah, and he's always had that like it's your fault, but he wasn't even blaming other people. It's just kind of like
I don't like he didn't really care.
Now he was just tossing it. He threw 5 interceptions last year. He threw 2 yesterday. He just didn't. Well, not yesterday, but you know what I mean. He just didn't care.
I just think it's Russ. I mean, he may not say it, and you don't get no live game action with your squad in preseason, like at least for one series.
It's definitely showing.
Yeah.
Definitely showing now. They got man.
New offensive line. I mean, Devontae Adams is still there. Aaron Jones is still there. Guy's still there, but it's all about rhythm and chemistry. And you want.
They ain't even use Aaron Jones for real. That's the thing. They ain't giving him any touches.
Exactly.
It's like, what are y'all doing, man? I brought him back for what?
And I don't think. I know people that say he don't care, but I don't think he would do that to his guys. He wouldn't do that to the guys out there on the field if he didn't care. If he really didn't care, he wouldn't play.
I think
he cares, but it's just like.
But sometimes you care about the guys, but it's just like, when your heart just ain't in it no more. And I think he's not happy.
Oh, he's definitely not happy.
And sometimes that shows in the play though, where he's like, yeah, I care about the game and I'm going to give it, but it's like, I think he'll get to a point and where he's going to be okay because he's not going to mess up his legacy. He cares more about himself than he does the organization. And you know what I'm saying? So, and that's where so he's going to be okay. So, because if he didn't care that first game, he's hearing people saying he's washed and nobody likes to hear that. You know how the sports world is. One bad, washed.
Yeah,
I'm talking tired.
You're old.
Bleach.
Yeah.
Especially when you're old, so yeah, he's definitely got something to prove at this point now. After coming out like that,
yeah, it's been a while since he had something to prove. So,
like you said,
I won't say that. I mean, because like I said,
last season for real.
No, he came MVP.
I'm talking about me coming into last season. He had some. He had a little
Yeah, I mean,
everybody thought he was gonna fall off last season.
well, not last year. He is
The opposite.
last year is more so. Oh, you want to draft this rookie? You think gonna draft my replacement now? Oh, let me show you let me show you how much I got left.
But my thing is like, how can he be mad at that? The same thing happened, with him.
Yeah, but look and look what happened in that situation. Brett was pissed.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's true.
And Brett showed signs of like, okay, and then like he kept saying, Brett, I'm retired. Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, Brett did.
That was pretty lame.
Hey, Brett was definitely holding.
Brett was milking it.
Yeah, he was definitely milking it. I remember we was young. I remember being watching Sports Center every day. Like, what is he gonna do?
Exactly.
And every single day it was like, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? He kept just stringing along, man. He was definitely milking that shit. He loved the attention.
But now Rodgers, he'll be all right, especially this Monday. They got Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football. Have a big bounce back game this week for sure.
Think so?
They don't, man.
Oh, they struggle with
it. Trouble in paradise.
They struggle against the Lions.
Well, it's no paradise there. So
they got squad though. Man. They got a nice squad, man. Yeah, definitely in paradise.
Glad football back though, man. Been out 2 weeks. One thing that we didn't touch on that happened.
Wait, Joe. We got to talk about the game though. The game, like the game that started off. My boys lost, but I want to talk about it.
We gonna talk about it.
Like, nah, that was the game. We just talked the Vikings because I had to mess with you because we got to see that L live and direct.
Well, why did the Cowboys take an L?
The Cowboys took an L because one, we was playing to go. Two, defense just did not get the stops enough. I mean, when you score that many points, you're supposed to win the game. I was actually okay with the performance that we saw. Dak looked pretty decent. I would like to see Zeke get more involved. He looked just like a blocker to me. He had 11 attempts, 33 yards.
It's featuring Dak show.
But and Pollard got a lot of those little dump off passes. But I'm not sure if Zeke just was bad, but or how good the defense of Tampa Bay is. Tampa Bay's defense did look solid on the run, very much so. But I'll tell you this: they won because Gronk looked like prime Gronk, and Antonio Brown looked like he had on that black and yellow. That's why they won. Them boys was eating. Them boys was eating. And Tom Brady, they did a graphic there in the middle of the game. He's releasing the ball faster than he ever has before.
I seen it.
He said, it's like, bro,
he's getting older, but he's getting better. Like, what's going on?
And not on the roids, you're getting tested. It's like, hold on, man. Like, what's happening? The GOAT. Well, yeah. So I'll really gauge the Cowboys. Ask me again how I really feel about them after Sunday. Because, I mean, I didn't expect them to win against Tom Brady. I'm sure we'll do Super Bowl picks. I'll throw it out right now. I think it's a repeat. So that's just where my head is.
I ain't gonna lie. I was talking to one of my homeboys today, the Bucks fan. I was like, man, y'all looking nice. As long as y'all stay healthy, I might definitely repeat.
I mean, everyone's returned on that roster, and I mean, no one left, and they added a lot of rookies and free agents there. So
I think the more chemistry is like,
yeah,
that further here, they want to championship together. It's like, man,
the only thing that's gonna stop them is not. I wouldn't hear, but no one gets hurt. That's the only thing that's gonna stop them.
Yeah, and if Antonio Brown and Gronk back like that,
bro,
I don't know if our defense was just bad or if they just good.
Yeah, they just like that again.
And if they are,
they're not like that,
bro. Because Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are still there.
Exactly.
And guess what? Can't nobody guard Antonio Brown in the slot.
Like you said, Tom Brady getting out faster than he ever has.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, can't nobody guard Antonio Brown in the slot. Your third best corner guard, Antonio Brown, and he's on his. When he left, that's what people aren't forgetting. I was like, because people got really short-term memory in sports. He was the best wide receiver in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, between him and Julio, but he had more. He was getting consistently more yards and touchdowns than every single season. Julio just was, your big down the field threat. So arguably, in most people's eyes, he's not with the Steelers now, so I agree. He was the best wide receiver in the league. To me, I don't know about what you think. Between him and Julio, maybe that's
yeah.
1A, 1B then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you want to talk about production wise? He definitely was. Yardage, actually touchdowns. He was definitely getting more touchdowns than Leo was. I didn't want to admit back then. He said he was, wearing that.
But if he back on that level, and Gronk is back on that level, and then they got Mike Evans is a top 10 wide receiver.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin is a beast too. He had a hell of a game.
About to get paid.
Get paid too. Yep. About to get paid.
And Tom is throwing the ball quicker than he's ever threw it before.
This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, the only thing that can beat them is injuries.
Tom Brady's a robot.
Injuries and maybe old age, clicking in mid-season.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, like my homie coming over is just really,
having one of those games.
Yeah, Division last year.
But still, like I said, their Cowboys defense isn't the best. Still want to see them go against a top-notch defense. And then it's gonna come down to strategy because on Sunday, speaking of the Chiefs, when they played the Browns, I'll say the Browns.
The Chiefs didn't look good.
The Browns outplayed them.
The Browns outplayed. The Browns lost that game.
Exactly.
The Browns look good though.
Patrick Mahomes is still a beast though.
Yeah, he's a dog. He still is that man. But yeah, man.
I think ESPN came out with a thing that Tom Brady's not in their top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now or something like that. Yeah, man. ESPN just says anything.
They just want Tom Brady to win, right? They just trying to get him extra motivation. That's it. That's all. They just want to get him.
Hey, I took that personal.
They said he wasn't a top 5 quarterback right now.
Yeah, when they did their rankings or something, I'm pretty sure. Not a top 5 quarterback.
Sure, we're gonna touch on this too, but shout out Kyler Murray, man. My dog.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too because he torched him. He torched him. But like I said, we've been gone 2 weeks. We didn't get to talk about this. Cam is no longer with New England.
Oh yeah,
it's with the Patriots.
Man.
Will Cam play this year?
No. For several two reasons. I'll go to what he said. I do agree with him. He said he's okay being a backup. Essentially, in that interview, I don't know if you guys watched it, where he's like, "But my roar is too big, and Mac Jones would have been uncomfortable." And I agree with that because what would have happened if he gets to playing just a little bit bad? Cam Newton, even though he didn't play amazing last year, but it's Cam Newton. The fans want Cam. Yeah. Because the Patriots.
I wouldn't say the fans, but I agree with the aura.
The fans that want to win.
No, it's the fans that want to win, and Cam Newton is an MVP still. And the memory is short. They'll be acting like he had an amazing season last year.
Make that throw, get him in there.
Yeah. It's like he didn't make that throw last year, but
just trying to
but memory is short, especially when you have the accolades. I think the 2 reasons is, one, he's not vaccinated. If he was vaccinated, he would be getting picked up by the Redskins. Well, not Redskins. I'm sorry, the Washington football team right now. Mm-hmm. But Ron Rivera, he's high risk. He's had cancer. He's in remission. No, they're not bringing unvaccinated
quarterback that he might be contacting.
Yeah. That's a close relationship there, and I don't think they should. Yeah. So and 2, I just don't think. He says he's okay with being a quarterback. I don't believe that. Cam, I'm sorry. Backup. I don't believe that. Cam's not a backup. And he might be now, and he says he is, but that Aurora, and he's just not. He's not really okay with it. He has to say that because he has a good PR person that's telling him, "Hey, bro,
say this. Say this right here."
Yeah, and I honestly believe that. But when I look at Cam, I just don't think. I know that's what he needs to do now, but I don't think backup either.
I think he will do it. I don't think he'd be fulfilled doing that. But I think Cam's a good enough teammate to be a good backup.
I agree. But he just got that.
And I think he's a good enough leader to be. But I think he's also too much of a leader to be a backup quarterback.
Correct.
His pride is a little bit. It's like he said, his aura is
he's Cam Newton. Yeah, hey, he said the same thing. He's Cam Newton. That's Cam. Yeah, he's an MVP. And he's Cam Newton.
Like, he's a big dude. And we walk in the room, the way he dresses, like he said, his hair, he's very noticeable. Like, you're not gonna miss Cam Newton.
Cam's
He's Cam Newton.
Cam's
He's 1-on-1.
Yeah, his talent might be, but Cam's not a backup. Even sometimes it's like that. I compare it to LeBron and Jordan. Like, yeah, even when their games, even Kobe too. Even when their games are LeBron's still up there. So I'll just say Michael Jordan and Kobe. Even when the games is like, yeah, they're not that anymore. There are awards that's like, yeah,
Except on the court,
yeah,
you feel like,
yeah,
that's Mike.
that's it. They're that. And I'm not trying to compare them to you. You get what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. What you think, T?
I think he will play this year. All it takes is one injury, get a phone call. I do think he is willing to take a backup somewhere else. I think the media will make it more about, oh, Cam Newton is a backup more than Cam will make it as I'm a backup and his team, because basically it'll be a distraction to the team because the media is making it a distraction.
Right.
I think Cam is willing to go there and be a backup somewhere, provide some leadership, as long as it's a good fit for him and the right position for him. Because let's be honest, Cam will take a backup and get paid when he paid.
Right.
He wants to. That's what he needs to do, honestly. But yeah, I ain't answer, but I think he will play somewhere too. I think it's gonna be an injury. Like you see it, Fitzpatrick already got injured. It's gonna be more injuries. Unfortunately, but I think he'll get picked up somewhere. Might be like week 6, 7, something like that.
But my only thing is about getting picked up that late in the year is the system he goes to has to fit his style of play. And right now, I only sees two spots open that fits what Cam Newton does best, and that's Arizona with Kyler Murray or Baltimore with Lamar Jackson. And I hope neither one of them get hurt. I hope neither one of them get hurt.
I don't know. He moves around a lot, but Cam Newton can throw the football. Like he was never really a running quarterback. The line was just so bad he had to.
Not the MVP year. He was
the first few years.
You don't run over 1,000 yards and you're not a running quarterback.
That's true too. I mean, but it was like it wasn't like he wasn't like Lamar Jackson running. It was like, okay, boom, I'm gonna do back and I'm gonna take off. Kind of like.
And then,
I don't know how to explain it.
And then what Cam is, unlike Lamar and Kyler, Cam's going to take the hit. At least Lamar and Kyler Murray will try to get out of bounds, avoid the hit. Cam will try to run you over.
Yeah, Cam will try to put his.
I'm surprised the Texans haven't given him a call yet. I don't know how successful he would be, but I mean, I'm just surprised they haven't at least given him a call. I mean, because he's better than Tyrod Taylor. And I forget even who the other backup guy is.
I just think it's all. Like I said, I just think it's all about like fit and it was a bad time for him to get released. It was 1 week before the season, so it's hard to go into someone's system and learn their system right there.
I think if he gets vaccinated, and he's not, and I'm not promoting that proposing that for him either. But if he was vaccinated, I think he gets a job quicker. Whether you think it's right or wrong, I think it's just the facts. So, and I feel like Cam is at a space where with the vaccine that he's made enough money where he's like, shit, this could be the end of my career. But I also believe in his heart that he doesn't want it to be remembered. The last season, he's not an old guy. The last 2 seasons, he was hurt the season before, and it's like I don't think he makes it into the Hall of Fame. And yeah, he's MVP. I don't think he slides in.
Football Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame is definitely.
It ain't hard. It ain't easy to get it. It's not easy to get into. I don't think he.
Definitely.
I think for example, they both Derrick Rose and him. I think Derrick Rose gets in.
Oh yeah, Derrick Rose is in.
Well, see, like I said, it's two different
I'm about to make but him, it's just so hard. Like the wide receivers don't really win MVP, but you look at the guy. What's his name? Dwayne Pearson, right? Is that his name? Yeah. He was a beast.
And it took him forever.
He was a beast. You know what I'm saying? So just because you good, don't mean you getting in the NFL. For the most part, if you're good in the NBA or like you got some longevity, you'll get in.
Right.
So
Randall Cunningham was not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So I right now I don't think Cam gets in. Yeah, he had that good season. I don't think he gets in. Y'all think he gets in? Do you think he gets in, T?
Yeah, right now.
No, but that's not. I mean, that's not necessarily shocking.
What? I'm not telling you. What my point is, Cam doesn't want to end his career like that. That's where I'm getting at. He
doesn't want to, but I don't think Cam is playing for the Hall of Fame. Yes, he doesn't want to go out there.
So what's he playing for? The money?
He's playing. I mean, he's playing for him. If he gets in the Hall of Fame, cool. But guys don't get into the league say, "Oh, I want to get to the Hall of Fame." That's why.
I disagree with that. I think that's a lot. Yeah, I think it's a lot of
some guys are getting.
There's a lot of like, I'm trying to be a Hall of Famer.
I think it's
because that means especially if that means you was top of the line.
I think quarterback. That's probably one of the quarterbacks. You know, they want to be multiple-time quarterback.
And trying. Everybody wants. What you mean? Everybody wants that gold jacket, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think everybody gets? I mean, if you're good, especially when you're. I'm saying, especially if you're good. You're good. You want to be a Hall of Famer,
a superstar at one point,
and he was a superstar.
MVP. You don't think he want to be want to be Hall of Famer?
That's a goal for him for sure.
Okay. Because like we said, we know the history of the NFL. Like guys, like that doesn't solidify you as like Chad Johnson not in the Hall of Fame. Fred Taylor, all-time leader Russell Jackson, not in the Hall of Fame. Like it's that hard to get to the like we said. It took Drew Pearson to get to the Hall of Fame.
It don't define your career, but all of them want to be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, not if you ask them.
They're lying.
Yeah, they are.
How you know? You don't know that,
bro.
You play in the NFL. You ask you want to be Hall of Fame. You say no. You're gonna be like, bro, come on. Why would you not want to be Hall of Fame? Oh, why not? So you telling me right now? They can't right now to go Jack
and these guys. No? These guys are good. These guys are ballers. No, do they feel like it defines them? Probably no. But as soon as if they get offered that gold jacket, they're running in. They're running in.
They're gonna be like, nah, I'm cool. Come on, bro.
Come on, don't do that, T.
Come on, T.
Don't do that. You know they.
T.O. did it like after the third time, like.
T.O. because they screwed T.O.
Exactly, because we know it's a politics game with the Hall of Fame. That's why guys don't really care about the Hall of Fame.
I just disagree.
If they change the policy of how guys get into the Hall of Fame, maybe you have more guys play. But everyone knows you have to be buddy with the media. That's why guys like Chad Johnson is not going to get in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know. The media likes Chad Johnson.
Yeah, I'm about to say the media loves Chad Johnson. What do you mean?
They love Chad Johnson?
Yeah, what do you mean? He's media now. He's part of the media. What do you mean? Okay, he is. He had a podcast. He's part of the media, bro. He's media.
He is media.
And if he doing hosting gigs, he's part of the media, bro.
Media talking about sports writers, guys who vote for the Hall of Fame.
All right.
Yeah,
we can say sports writers because media is.
I'm talking about guys who vote. These old white guys who vote in the Hall of Fame.
All right, now they probably don't like Chad. You probably heard about that.
But
I don't like Chad because it's a celebration issue.
But
you heard about that?
Any like athlete with a big personality don't like us, bro.
Randy Moss, he had a big personality. He got in first time, and T.O. was just as good.
Randy Moss was a diva too. They say he was a quote unquote diva.
But he wasn't. But now he was. But he wasn't as outspoken as T.O. was.
Yeah, but he did the mooning thing, and they hated him.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, but that's one thing.
I play when I want to play. He did. That happened. That happened.
That happened, bro.
Yes, it did.
They hated Randy Moss, dog.
Yeah, they hated him.
They did not follow Randy Moss.
They hated him.
Mm.
Now, you could probably say it was maybe bigger for T.O. because, as time, went on, of course, the media became more accessible, with social media and shit.
I'm also playing doing social media.
I'm just saying with T.O., he played longer. Well, I guess you're right.
The media hated T.O. a little bit more, but the media didn't like Randy Moss either.
Moss at all.
They didn't.
Moss at all.
But I think what helped those years in New England with Belichick and Brady. That so-called Patriot way.
Help this image a little bit. All right, well, Bill Belichick and rock with okay.
Because before then, like I said, stuff in Minnesota, stuff in Oakland.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The Hall of Fame score to the original point. Because we got.
I don't think guys get in the league and say, I don't think all guys get in the league say, I want My goal is to get the Hall of Fame.
I don't think so. A lot of them are saying their goal is to win a Super Bowl, but I think once you get to a certain level and you're good, and you're like, hey, this dog's a beast, and you done made it to this upper echelon, which Chad has, which the Fred Taylors have. They want to make it to the Hall of Fame. It's something about that gold jacket. Yeah, like when you get in and you got Jeremy Hill. Yeah, Jeremy Hill don't care. He ain't getting in. You know what I'm saying? But once you done made the Pro Bowl and you got the most yards in your franchise, you want to get in.
Yeah, but
you still.
But the original point is Cam Newton. Like one MVP doesn't guarantee you a Hall of. Yes, you're MVP for 1 year.
I wonder if I would. I would like to look at that stat, honestly, because I just don't know. And I bet you it's a very small amount. How many NFL MVPs aren't in the Hall of Fame? I bet you it's a very small number. I mean, and I'm just guessing. You know what I'm saying? I bet you it's a very small number. Just like in the NBA, I mean, in the NBA it's hard again too. I bet you even in the MLB, because once you win MVP in leagues like that, once you win MVP, you upper echelon.
That's your trajectory is to go to Hall of Fame.
Yeah, for sure. Because
you're that night he won MVP. What's your goals now?
Super Bowl.
So
become all-time passing yards. I don't know something.
So right now it's Patrick Mahomes going to the Hall of Fame without an MVP.
Patrick Mahomes, he don't got an MVP.
Now you.
I was about to say Patrick Mahomes got an MVP.
Okay, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan Hall of Famer?
No. Nope. He got MVP.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, but that goes to the. But I'm telling you, Matt Ryan wants to get in.
Rich Gannon. Was Rich Gannon in? Did Rich Gannon get in?
No, I can tell you.
Sean Alexander.
I think Sean is. I think he's up for it, I think he's up for it.
I don't know how old this article is. Let me see how old.
I got to listen to MVP. I'm just running out.
This is July 1st, 2020. So many people might be in there. I say, I think. I don't think Stephen Aaron is in. Stephen Aaron.
He won MVP.
Yeah.
MVP with Peyton Manning.
Boomer Esiason with the Bengals, not in.
I think, but Boomer's the type of guy. But hey, Boomer's going to get in though, and I think he's going to get in.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I think Boomer's going
to get in.
No. Look at the numbers. No.
Damn.
No.
Hear me out though. Boom wants to get in.
Oh yeah, Boom definitely want to get in. Boom definitely wants to get in. Now, Boom is definitely a different personality and a different whole.
Yeah. Boom. A lot of these.
I mean, but his numbers don't. His numbers don't say it though.
Maybe he don't get in though. That's fair. I mean, everybody's not gonna get in. It's harder thing. But I'm telling you, majority. And
I'm not going back to older days, but yeah.
Majority, and you can agree or disagree with this. Majority of MVPs get into the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Is that a fair statement, T?
Well, just look at this list because there's a lot of repeats on here. I mean, I see Brett Favre won league MVP 3 years in a row. It's very rare that you have a bunch of guys. Like the MVP is hard to win.
And that's the point
for that 1 year though.
That's the point I'm making. Once you win MVP, you are upper echelon. You want to get into Hall of Fame because you're upper echelon. The Hall of Fame says, "Yeah, hey, you were with these guys.
You belonged up here."
And I really and for anybody, and if you don't want to get into Hall of Fame or you don't care about it, that's it. Yeah, why are you doing it? You're trying to be everybody's trying to be greatest. A guy like Jeremy Hill, and I hate to keep using him, but he's just like he knew he wasn't. He knew he wasn't that. At some point, I ain't that. Like I'm not.
I'm just a role player at this point.
Cam Newton, he has that Aurora. Quarterback,
he can still be.
As of today, Cam don't get in. I mean, at least I don't think so. I mean, he's had good seasons, but he needs at least 2 more good years.
I don't think that. I think he's not going. He's
not
going.
He ain't gonna go with that match numbers. He needs to get in for career.
Yeah, he had to go crazy
in 2 years. You need another
come out and win a Super Bowl. He'd have to have one more good year.
Maybe he's another MVP. He gotta
get his yards way up. The NFL, I mean, the football Hall of Fame is not easy. It's not easy to get into.
I mean, all right. So right now, Lamar Jackson won MVP, first year star. Yeah, first year star. 4 years as a starter.
Yeah.
I mean, right now we wouldn't say like. Would you say his trajectory is MVP?
His trajectory is. You mean Hall of Fame?
Or Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Yes, his trajectory is definitely Hall of Fame, and I think he wants to be Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think if you ask him, he was definitely like, yeah, I want to be Hall of Fame. That's one of my goals.
And if he's not, then I have an issue with it because that means you tell him you don't want to be great.
Yeah, like yeah.
No, that's not saying you don't want to be great.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
What
like,
do you mean?
No, winning the Super Bowl. That's everyone's ultimate goal. I would say the Hall of Fame would be the cherry on top. I would say everyone's goal.
Nobody didn't say you can have more than one goal. Everybody.
I would guess that everyone's number one goal.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yes. And that goes from me just being a fan all the way to I don't care about you being in the Hall of Fame. I want you to get my team the Super Bowl. I agree with you, but like everybody's goal should be to be in the Hall of Fame. Because that means you're trying to be the best.
You gotta be the best at what you did in your era. Like, I mean, yeah, that would be my goal if I was doing anything. You know, you want to be the best at what you was doing when you're doing it. You know, if that's where it's like saying you don't want to win an award for music. You're not trying to be a Grammy.
That's like saying you don't want to win MVP.
Yeah, it's like I
don't want to win MVP.
Cool. I was want to go out here and kill. Best season ever. You want a MVP now? We'll give it to the next
guy. That's a huge getting enshrined and getting that gold jacket. Chad wants that, bro.
That's why he did the celebration. He did a celebration with the Hall of Fame jacket. Come on, bro.
He did that. Well, you can go and find why he did it. He said why he did it.
Chad wants that, bro. And
I truly believe in Chad Hart. He doesn't care if he gets
well,
he won't care if he doesn't.
If he doesn't get in.
Yeah. I believe that he doesn't care, but I also believe he wants to get in.
Yeah.
It doesn't define him. It doesn't. I'm not telling you it doesn't define him, but he wants to get in. Yeah, you don't think Chad wants to get into the Hall of Fame? Come on, bro.
Bro, deep down, bro, knowing Chad how Chad act, no. Chad. No.
He doesn't want to, or he just doesn't care because, like, it don't define you. Like, no, that.
That using that he doesn't care. He wants to define because he like I said, he knows the game. He knows old white men who probably don't like him.
But it don't define him. But he wants to get in.
Yeah, he's saying if he get in, he's gonna take that shit, bro.
Yeah,
he's saying like, all right, it's cool. It's like if I don't get in, it ain't gonna bother me. I ain't gonna sleep over that shit. But I definitely want to get in that shit. They're gonna offer it to me. I'll accept it.
It's a very big prestigious deal. He wants to get in.
But I guarantee he was gonna sleep over that shit.
Yeah, I agree with that. There can be two truths.
Yeah, he was sleep over that shit. Like he definitely, it ain't bothering him to the point.
He ain't Dwayne Pearson.
Yeah, he's like
Drew
Pearson. I'm sorry, Drew Pearson is like
Drew Pearson that shit, but he definitely
wants to get in.
He definitely would be proud to get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he would definitely be proud, and his kids would be in the stands, 100%, and they would be very proud of him.
He would probably cry telling the speech.
It's a goal, and if you believe differently, it's what he said. It's the ultimate. After the Super Bowl and you retire, it's the ultimate goal. There's no other. I mean, it's the goal
because that be the best of what you do, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't really understand.
Yes, and sometimes your best isn't the Hall of Fame,
and that's fine. It doesn't. The Hall of Fame doesn't define you, but it is everyone's goal.
No, it's not. No.
Everyone's goal isn't to be the best.
The best that they can be. The best that they can be doesn't mean the Hall of Fame.
All right, we can move on.
It don't mean Hall of Fame, but you still.
And once you get to the upper echelon, when we talking because we talking
look how many so many offensive linemen is not in the Hall of Fame.
That's like saying that if Chad don't get in Cincinnati Bengals Ring of Honor if they have one, he'll be mad about that shit. Of course he'll be mad about that shit. It's like saying he won't want to get in that shit. That's like saying yes, he would care about that. Of course he wants to be recognized for his talent and his work he's done. That's like saying you don't be recognized for it. Like, why would you not want to be on a Hall of Famer if you feel like you're
because the fans know. Like, we don't need. Like, I feel like these guys don't need that for fans to know. If you watch Chad Johnson, you knew what he did when he
but
played.
guess what? One day it comes out. Just hear me out. It's gonna be a day where we old, and a lot of them people have not watched Chad play, and the Hall of Fame keeps you alive.
That's right.
So what about all the guys who are Hall of Fame worthy who's not in the Hall of Fame?
We don't remember them. It's about my dad talks about a whole bunch of guys that my dad talks about, and I'm being serious. My dad talks about a whole bunch. You remember so and so? He was and I'm like, who? Who? Dead ass. I'm serious. Yeah, the Hall of Fame gets you remembered forever, literally.
You're enshrined, bro. You're in there forever.
So can you name Hall of Famers back in the 70s?
No, but if you go in there, they heads in there, their whole faces in there. You can see them.
Facts, and they show them like when it's the Hall of Fame coming around. Them people they get seen.
Yeah, but leather helmets. All them folks get seen too. I don't know their names. You go in there and see them. Probably some great players right now that we can name that will be their household names that will not be in Hall of Fame. 25 years from now, they will not be household names anymore, and nobody would remember. Or probably maybe not 25 years, maybe 50 years from now, nobody will remember.
Nobody, if Chad don't get in the Hall of Fame 50 years, nobody gonna remember who he is. And I love Chad, but we done seen him, so we love him. But when we like 80, the guy willing that we get there and all that, we gonna be the same. Man, he was a bad boy. He did the dances and the thing. You think he good? You should have seen Chad. Oh, Gramps.
Saying about Odell. Remember Odell? He remember the guy with the haircut?
The one hand catch. Look at him.
Nobody remember, bro.
The Hall of Fame. Nobody remember. Basketball's a little bit different, but the NFL is so many players. After so many years pass, it matters.
But how's basketball different?
Well, actually, right. You were right. After so much time passed, if you ain't that, well,
that's a little bit more different now. But you got it's like we said,
it's less
to the face card. Right to the face card. But
that's true.
But you're right. But
no, I guarantee you 50 years.
Well, but the league ain't. Look, 50 years. That's a long. Let's say 20, even 20 years. People remember you like you got. Randall coming.
I know, but and also that's what you leave. That's what your kids are there for. That's why you have legacies of the past, like the past them.
I don't know they kids though. I mean, what are we talking about? Like, in your community, but like, what? In another 20 years, the Bengals are gonna have somebody that is just as good as AJ came around. But I'm a firm believer in this. Most of these guys get passed up in 20 years. Like, because the league will evolve, and there's gonna be people that their footwork are just in 20 years are going to be way better than Chad, and the yards are going to get passed up within 20 years. It's only certain records that are never like. For instance, I don't think John Stockton's assist record will ever be broken.
Say that now, but we never know.
You never know. But it just depends on how to. I'm only saying that now because the way the game is played right now, nobody's just getting the amount of assists that he was getting. But it could happen.
It depends. It could happen. Like everybody thought that.
But I think it's. But I actually think it's been 20. I think it's been.
And you just saying you don't know their kids now. You didn't. You probably would like 15 years now. If Steph was in the league, we wouldn't know who Dale Curry probably was.
But that's a fact. That's a big fact.
If Kobe was in the league, we know who his dad played in the NBA.
But what I'm telling you is that's rare. The chances of your kid making it to the NBA is the same chance of me making it. Well, you get a little bit better. You got a little bit better chance. So, okay, but look at Jordan kids. They didn't make it. And he's arguably the GOAT.
Were they that good though?
They played D1 college basketball. Yeah, they weren't that. That's my point I'm making. The chances of you being that good, so I know who you are, is very slim.
Even if you come from the GOAT nuts. It's not guaranteed you're gonna be nowhere near the GOAT. It's not guaranteed.
And Dale Curry was just a role player. And Steph is not. We know him because of Steph. And where I'm getting at is the kids. Chances are your kid's not gonna make you get remembered. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. Magic Johnson, you know what I'm saying? If he wasn't in the Hall of Fame, none of his kids is making us remember him.
Stop it.
Are you gonna remember anybody?
Let's say Magic Johnson.
No, if Magic Johnson wasn't if he was in Hall of Fame, Lakers fan. His jersey's still retired.
Oh well, not I mean Lakers. Yeah, he's Magic though. He's Magic. So that
That's okay. Maybe
Magic. That's better. He Magic. He Magic. If Magic wasn't Magic, then
Yeah, Magic. Yeah.
he didn't have a career hair. He had the career hair, so of course it's gonna be hard to say that. He had the career hair.
yeah. So he's like a Hall of
He was
Fame.
Hall of Fame regardless.
But
he had a career hair.
you're not remember what I thought. The kids are. Yeah, that sounds good.
And if you're that great to be remembered, you a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, right.
That's how it works. If you that damn good, your ass gonna be enshrined in that motherfucker. If you that good.
There's so many NFL players that like are great. Like you said, Randall Cunningham. And I only know it because my somebody's youth said it, and I mean my dad's talked about it, but like I don't see any replays about him.
You're just not looking, man, because he torched your Cowboys, 1998.
That's fine, but
If you see
I
it on Twitter, you see highlights on Twitter. I be scrolling highlights. I see highlights. Well, I ain't in that. Maybe you gotta be following those kind of circles.
yeah, I don't see any like, and that's
I
some
don't
facts. Like, and
Yeah,
and if
you
you're
just-
not, and
I mean,
guess
football.
what?
I mean, football. I mean,
Just hear me
that's
out.
different, though.
If you're not, you gotta hope that that random replay during the game. Oh, this was they playing back in the day,
back in whatever. Yeah.
and or I'm going to Canton, and I'm like, oh look,
No,
he played.
I
for
think
my
you also
team.
remember Randall Cunningham because that list of black quarterbacks in the NFL is very short.
When we nitpicking right now, I'm not really. I'm
Bro,
just talking,
it is.
I'm not talking about him in general. I'm talking about just in general the Hall of Fame, especially in the NFL, makes you remembered forever.
That's fact.
NBA is a little bit easier to remember because there's only 5 guys on the court at a time, and then really on a championship team, it's really only probably like 8 guys playing, and in an NFL roster, they got 53 guys on the roster, and it's 22 guys playing.
Yep. You got a helmet on, and you can just see a jersey in there.
Nah,
Yeah.
I won't go. Like I said, we can do this all night because, like I said, a Super Bowl team gets remembered forever, and you can go back and name guys who are on Super Bowl teams that were good who deserve to be in the Hall of Fame or not in the Hall of Fame.
Who's on like who so the Tampa Bay when they won with Warren Sapp and them, who deserved to be in this Hall of Fame is not in there.
The linebacker Derek Brooks ain't in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know if he deserved to be in there.
Keyshawn Johnson not in the Hall of Fame.
Keyshawn Johnson does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
But we'll go back and remember. We go back and look at it. Who's on that Tampa Bay Buccaneers team? Oh, Keyshawn. Like if you win Super Bowls, your name is gonna get remembered, and these guys are not in the Hall of Fame. I said we can nitpick like that all night if you want to.
Bro, who's the chances of you winning a Super Bowl? It's low.
That's right.
Exactly. What chance?
Well,
What chance
it's
you get in the Hall of Fame?
It's more people that haven't won Super Bowl
You
than have.
you got a better chance of getting win a Super Bowl than in Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because you got more shots. Yeah, that's more of the point. You're not getting remembered. So if you're not that good, that's why everybody wants to get in. That means you're the best of the best.
No, because like I said, if you win Super Bowl, you're gonna get remembered.
If you're the best of the best, you're getting in.
But if you win Super Bowl, you win. That's why I say your number one goal, win Super Bowl.
Okay.
That's everyone's number one goal in football. I want to win Super Bowl.
It is, and it should be.
That should be your number one goal because it's a team sport, and that's
And you're playing, but guess what? Chad ain't playing no more, and no, it don't define him, but he wants to be in.
And he ain't won the Super Bowl, so it's like that.
And
Can't get remembered.
and guess what?
He not get remembered.
Guess what? Jamar Chase could break. I'm not telling you he's going to, but he could. It's all a wide receivers come a dime a dozen. And
the Bengals just saved Chad. The Bengals just saved Chad. I'm just saying he will be remembered when people come to Paul Brown Stadium because they just added, like I said, the Ring of Honor. So he will get remembered, even if he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Here.
I was gonna say, I mean, but fans got to come.
Locally.
Fans got to come to Cincinnati to see it, like out of town fans.
Yeah.
Oh, who's that? Oh, Chad Johnson.
Here.
And fans who come see him.
So it's like I was saying.
I said, look at this nitpick.
Him not. That's like him not saying I'm cool. I want to be in there. I want to be in the Ring of Honor. Of course, he wants to be in the Ring of Honor.
I guarantee he'd say if you ask him right now, he has more pride of being in the Ring of Honor than NFL Hall of Fame. I mean the Bengals Ring of Honor, not NFL Ring of Honor.
Because he played here and he probably feels connection and the ties to the city. He did a lot of heroes in the city. He did a lot, so.
Chad was in
I
the
won't be
hood.
surprised if he that way. Yeah, he was definitely.
With Chad,
He was in the
Chad-
hood, he was in the hood last year when he was here.
Hey. Chad want to be a Hall of Famer. And I know you play devil's advocate, and that's
I'm
what you
not.
want to do.
I'm-
Chad wants to be a Hall of Famer. And anybody wants. If I do, I want to be the best, and I want to be recognized for it.
If you go in every locker room, ask him to be Hall of Famer, everything is going to say yes.
Hey, when you asked Jeremy Hill when he was playing, especially after that good season, you want to be a Hall of Famer? Yeah. What you mean? Duh. Yeah. And if you say no, and it's like, hold on,
Don't come be a Hall of Famer, man. You
you don't want to be great. Everybody want that gold jacket.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to Super
Why
Bowl
not?
too.
Why not?
Yeah, yes, everybody wants to shoot. That is the goal.
Why not?
While you're playing every single year is the goal is to win a Super Bowl. But it's also when you get that upper echelon, it's like, bro, I'm trying to get in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, why would you not want to be on Fame?
Yeah.
Why not? It's like, nah.
Like I said,
I
that
just want to be average.
I say that. No, I'm saying that's just the cherry on top.
I just want to be average.
That's just the cherry on top if he gets all the time.
I guess.
Because everyone's not in there.
They ain't in that want to be in. Most likely. Or they would take the invitation to be in, probably.
This is Down to the Wire 513, episode 199, one episode away from 200.
Let's move on. We've had another topic that's spiraled out where T wants to play devil's advocate. And I just know that, that's his role on the show, and we got to do it. Baby. I love him for it. So let's move on to the other games before, because we can go on this all night. And,
I know we can.
And he knows. And we'll talk to him.
No, you don't know.
He knows. Let's keep it moving. He knows.
You don't know me.
Hey,
you don't know me.
Hey, listen. I played one session in the Coursera Sports League. I would like to be a Hall of Famer in the league. Like, I'm ready to come back, and I want to be Hall of Famer. No, does it define me? No.
Huh?
But put my plaque on the wall.
Do you?
Yeah, yes.
I don't. That's the way the way that league ran. I don't.
That league did, bro.
I'm just playing, but it was a lot of good football this weekend. Is Lamar Jackson an elite athlete or elite quarterback? See, that's for you.
Both. Well, right now I would say more elite athlete. He still has ways to go. Not ways to go. Little ways to go. As far as quarterback going, as far as throwing the ball. My thing is, man, get him a damn wide receiver. And of course, they drafted one.
Michael Brown. What's his name? Marquise Brown. He nice though. Is it Marquise or is it Marcus? Marquise Brown, nice.
But they say this. They said this on the broadcast. He has one great game the first week of the season. Then
yeah, hey, bro. The Raiders. I mean, the Ravens have had. They haven't had 1,000-yard receiver since like 2016 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the most they had is 800-yard receiver. Ouch. He does need a receiver.
And they drafted one this year, but unfortunately he got hurt.
They did a lot of injuries.
Correct. A real quick question before we get into. Did he ever play with Todd Heap? Todd Heap was there, right, though? Or was that way before it? Was that?
Yeah, that's way before Lamar got there.
Man.
Yeah, Todd Heap was retired when Lamar got here.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, time is like, I know it's like we don't have to say, but it's really like as you go on, it's like you just really don't realize who's playing. You like, God, man.
Hell, I don't even think Joe Flacco played with Todd Heap.
No, Joe Flacco definitely played with Todd Heap. He definitely played with Todd Heap.
Oh no.
Todd Heap, that name sounds hella over, bro. It sounded like that was like.
That might have been like 09. Yeah.
Yes, I ain't heard that name.
But yeah. Right now, Lamar Jackson, he's still that, like I said, elite athlete. He has signs. Like his thing is consistent. He has signs where he's like, oh, look at that dime he just threw. Then next few throws, like, where you throwing it?
He doing too much.
He has to, man. Like I said,
but he's trying to do too much.
There was no way they should have let the Raiders back in the game this week.
Yep.
They had that game won. Yeah. So to answer your question, he's more so athlete still.
Ram, what's your answer to that?
Yeah, I would agree, man. I mean, I've been very critical of Lamar through his career, but I mean, he's definitely showing improvements. Even I'm watching the game on Monday, man. He looked good, man. It just like you said, they had no weapons, man. He needs some weapons bad. But I think he's definitely more of an elite athlete right now still. But I think that's also because they don't have weapons for him. You know, they need to give him some weapons bad.
He ain't got no running back.
Yep. Yeah, that got injured too. All three of them. They had the three. I think the first two running backs they had. That's where got injured.
Yeah, just for the record, Todd Heap stopped playing for the Baltimore Ravens in 2010. Arizona he retired in 2012, and Joe Flacco started playing in 2008.
Okay,
so he had 2 seasons with Todd Heap. Just putting it out, I know they played together. Todd Heap was a bad boy.
He was
nice.
Yeah, so
you took it back was Todd Heap. Well, that's a name I ain't heard in a minute.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I ain't heard that name.
Hey, Madden legend. Everything that's a Madden legend. He ain't drop a pass in Madden. Hey, Matt, if he dropped the pass, they cheating, bro. They cheating. Hell yeah, he don't drop no passes ever. He was a beast. Anyways,
That's a young question. Is he an elite quarterback or more so elite athlete?
He just had a bad game. I think he's very close to being an elite quarterback. If he was white, they would already be calling him that, and I probably wouldn't even ask you guys this question because the media would have had me so mesmerized in Lamar Jackson. But he needs some weapons. He needs some help. It's just not easy what they're asking him to do.
Exactly.
And
his contract.
I'm a believer in him now because last year me and Ram we wasn't quite believers in him. He went out there and did it. I'm a believer. You ain't got to do it more than you showed me. I think you a dog.
I want you to see, bro. I always wanted you to see, but now I definitely want you. I want to.
Yeah, I want to see you, and I'm a believer in it now.
I'm a believer. Because definitely, bro. You heard someone was like Wilson. Oh, look at the arm talent. Come on, bro. That was Lamar Jackson. Oh yeah, look at him.
No, well,
too much.
Well, just compare how they talked about Josh Allen, who got his butt whooped, versus Lamar Jackson. It's just a different vibe.
Definitely,
it's a different vibe, and
you see it, hear it.
And I hate to make everything racial, but that's what it is.
Definitely
that's what it's about.
NFL.
He's on the way. I'm not worried about him, but that was a bad throw.
He doesn't hold on to the ball too. Like those fumbles cost him.
He be doing too much, man. He be doing too much.
That last one, boy, like him broke his neck.
Yeah,
bro.
Hey, look, rep. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, bro, I don't know what he was doing, bro. He got to stop. He got to learn to get down, bro. Just get down. Throw the ball away. Stop trying to switch. Keep trying to switch hands. Like, bro, just chill, bro. You're doing too much. Just chill, dog. You're doing way too much. Just chill. Down. Get down, bro.
Cuz, what up? Cuz? What up, boy?
What up with you, cuz?
I know you don't want to talk about the Falcons, man. That was
man. You see Matt Ryan?
Them boys garbage.
See Matt Ryan on the ground? Bro, that's crazy.
Oh man, man. So all right. So Jalen Hurts, because that's what they played. Is how good Jalen Hurts is, or just the Falcons?
I think it's a little bit of both. Man. Shout out Jalen Hurts. Shout out to number 2 in jersey sales.
I was about to say, he's 500%.
That's crazy, dog. He should have a number 2 in jersey sales since that game. Crazy, but shout out to Jalen Hurts, man. My fantasy squad. I ain't started. I started my staff.
I was like, bro, I was looking, he was up, but you came back and won.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, how you? I was like, this dude.
Matt Stafford was going off, bro. I saw one pick I did pick. I did pick Matt Stafford. I saw I picked Jalen Hurts. I was like, oh hell no, I ain't no offense Jalen Hurts. I went too short. So let me go get.
What that ESPN update you just got, bro? Since you got your phone on, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no, that's the Reds just lost again.
Damn, come on.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, bad.
Brothers, I have my phone on. Never mind. I ain't go. I'm just playing.
Man, come on, Reds.
I mean,
man, shout out Jalen Hurts.
We talked about it. We talked about the opposing team earlier. Jameis Winston. How
Oh, that's what I was talking. Jameis 5
Jameis,
touchdowns,
man.
and he only had like 100 and something yards.
Yeah.
I would have thought he had like 400 yards.
7 touchdowns, you would think. Shout out Jameis though, man.
5
Proud of you,
touchdowns.
bro.
He can see.
Yeah, he got
Exactly.
He can see.
shout out to him, man. He came out. You see before the game or after the game, what he said?
Bro, that post game.
You see what he said?
What he said?
About what did he say? He did a good job getting us prepared, man. They just wanted us to prepare. My training before the game, he said, what did he say?
Bro, James.
He just told me prepared. It was so awkward, bro. James funny, bro.
Bro, James leaves you. He'll leave you with a
James is
quote,
comedy.
bro.
Michael Thomas looking like, hold on, do I
Yeah,
maybe I do want to play with him.
Oh,
What he did, he pulled the Scottie Pippen. That was a very lame move.
Facts.
Like that was a very lame move. Like
Damn, cuz you already done with the Falcons? It's only week 1.
yeah, he should be.
Yeah.
Hey, cuz if you want, November the 14th, I will be in Dallas watching Dallas Cowboys beat up on the Atlanta Falcons. And that's happening. Feel me? The Cowboys is better than them. They can't score with them. You ain't no Julio no more. Ain't no Devontae
no Julio.
Freeman. Y'all got some bums. I dropped the running back. Y'all got some bums. Y'all got Matty Ike garbage, and he melting, baby. It's over. It was over. He melting. Ain't no more Matty Ike. He's just Matty.
Matty Water, man.
Matty Water.
Lukewarm water.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So
Nice ass stadium for nothing.
you know what? But the Saints, I'll be interested to see how they look next week. I know with all the jokes aside,
Nah,
they
facts.
played well. Touching on San Francisco 49ers, they had a decent game.
They did. Trey Lance got him too.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G look good.
Yeah.
Jimmy G look good,
I
man.
don't know why they try. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get why they drafted Trey Lance, but I don't know why they're trying to say like Jimmy G is washed or
Yeah,
not
but
that
he's
guy.
been
He
hurt.
don't fit they say he don't fit
The system.
Shanahan.
Brett style. So
So
I get it, I guess. I don't know.
Trey Sermon was a healthy scratch. They said he ain't looking as good as they. Trey Sermon.
Oh, really?
He was a healthy scratch.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear about that.
You sure? Nah, because he was looking good. Like
I didn't hear about that.
He ain't play.
I know he didn't play, but
He was a healthy scratch.
I didn't hear about that.
I thought he was. Let me see. There we go again.
So what they saying?
He was a healthy scratch.
All I said, he was looking good in preseason.
Yeah, but they didn't like what they saw in practice. He was a healthy scratch.
Yeah, that's what the headlines say right here, bro.
Did I see it?
He was a healthy scratch.
I didn't see that.
Hey, look. He was that's all I'm saying. He was a healthy scratch.
Damn, I didn't see that, bro.
But he should play this week because
I thought maybe he was hurt.
I said right, most of it he out for the year now.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that his wife had to send out a message to quit sending Raheem Mostert hate mail. People have been sending him hate mail.
Well, people are stupid.
Yeah, people crazy.
Yeah, they've been sending him hate mail because he got hurt. I really don't understand it. I'm positive he did not get hurt on purpose. You know.
Yeah, you already said. He said his guts on, man. Like he somebody worked so hard this whole offseason for. You know, he busted his ass, I'm sure, all summer. You know, in the offseason to come back and play.
So yeah, his wife
crazy,
asked that people stop sending hate mail to the candidate in the crib.
Jacksonville Jaguars. How you think?
You know, Trevor Lawrence. I watched the highlights. Obviously, I was at the game, so I didn't get to watch the game. But he looked good. No, and for they lost by a lot, and he had a lot of picks, but he looked good.
He threw 51 times. That's my thing. Urban Meyer, what do you?
Whoa, I didn't know that. Hey,
51
silently told. I heard Urban Meyer is thinking about leaving already.
They turned that down.
Yeah,
that USC job.
Yeah,
they turned it.
Yeah, he might have turned it down, but let me finish. I understand. I'm not telling you he's going to USC. I'm telling you that I do believe that I don't think that he really, it's different.
For him.
Like it's Ohio State and Florida State's energy is way different than Jacksonville's energy, bro. It's like
that's fact.
It's way different. these are big football schools and the energy and the love and it ain't the same love, B. You ain't Kobe, B. You thought you was Kobe, and that's Jacksonville.
Like that.
Yeah, like I don't love you like that. Like when you go to Ohio State, he was a god.
He had the control too. I think he's college coaches. They like the control.
As they should. That's their job.
That's what they can do in college. You can't really do that in the NFL.
I think he's the type of guy that he will finish the season out. I mean, it's the first week. Sometimes you do something you're like, boy, I don't know. Hey, you'll call you like,
I don't know, bro. I think he will, man. If they come out 0-10 or something, he might be like, yo, I don't think they'll fire him. I don't think they'll fire him, but I think he might be like, man.
I don't think it's one of the. I think this is one of those situations. So no matter how much he wins, I just don't think that he's an NFL coach.
Yeah, I agree.
Like even if they let's say they and this would be a good. They don't make it to the playoffs and they're 7-10.
That'd be a good season for them.
That's a good season for them.
Damn.
Yeah, let's just say no. Hear me out though. Let's say this. I just don't think that he's like, and it's not about the losing or winning. He's just like, I'm. Yeah, most coaches would be like, that's your first year. You're like, hey, we made a good move forward. Him, he's like, yeah.
I'm gonna go 17-0. That's not happening.
And even then, though, I don't even know if he. I don't even know if he would be happy then, though. Really, he's not. I don't think he's. I just think here, he's not an NFL coach. It's a different experience. Just like Rick Pitino and John Calipari, they're just not. Yeah, they're just not NBA coaches. And even if they were winning, I just feel like they're college coaches.
They were winning.
Winning helps everything, though. I mean, I do agree with that too. But I mean, like, it's easier to stick around when you're winning. But it's also even in regular workforce where you're making a lot of money, and you're like, you know what? I don't like this job.
Not fun for
me. Yeah, or it never was. I'm just really making the money.
It's like, I would say that Urban definitely having fun.
I don't think it's that though. Because if that was the case, he would never took the job.
That's not true. That's not true.
Because he was making great money on TV.
It's not about the money. It's something when you step out and you're like, I'm sorry, I ain't want to. You get them good. Go ahead.
And I would say that atmosphere, you can't really compare atmospheres because college atmosphere and NFL atmosphere, no matter where you at, is totally different. Like you only have those elite fan base. Like, you have a very few elite fan bases in the NFL. College, we ride and die. Like if you're a fan of a college school, you ride and die. Like it's packed every Saturday.
Think about this though. Yeah, I done made it to the pinnacle of college. I'm bored with it now. And like he loves college football, but he's bored with it now. But you still feel that he loves it.
That itch.
Yeah, that itch. And he's like, all right, I want to be around football, but like he's like, let's do the NFL. Just because you took the job, and this is just regular. Like I'm pretty sure that you've taken a job before, and maybe not, but I know you have, Rand. Where you taking a job, you're like, this is gonna be great, and you're making good money, but you're like, you know what? I hate this fucking job. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think with Urban, I think if he sticks with it, he's one of those guys that will be successful. I honestly do believe that, but I think he hates his job. I just honestly believe that he likes going into some kids' room, come sitting there with their parents, come play for me. And I could be wrong. I don't know him, but so I'm just speculating. I'm just guessing. I think that he's a college coach, even more so than Calipari and Rick Pitino, because football rules. College.
It does.
Because I would throw Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's more of a college coach, but Pete Carroll's been in Seattle.
Pete Carroll had that. Pete Carroll, he's just a little different.
How he was Urban Meyer. Like he was Urban Meyer before Urban Meyer.
I agree with you, but
one of them.
But Pete, he was getting ran out of college football. Pete was getting ran out of college football. Yeah, man. Come on, man. All them scandals. Come on, don't act like you don't remember. He was
there long after Reggie Bush was there.
He was, but I mean, these things was coming up afterwards though. Like Reggie Bush, we didn't just find out Reggie Bush he didn't like get a Heisman and it was like it's gone.
Yeah. Okay, and look what happened with Urban Meyer. He left Ohio State because of what? A scandal. Or else he would still be at Ohio State. Like
Bro,
what
they
are we doing?
wasn't about to fire him or anything. Like Pete Carroll was about to get fired.
They were going to let go of Urban Meyer too. That's why Urban Meyer stepped down. Remember?
I don't remember.
I
don't remember that.
That season he was suspended for the first 3 games that season.
I remember that, but he was not about to get fired, bro.
He was about to.
No, he wasn't.
I do remember the fan base. Some of the people were saying that they were pushing for him to get fired. I do remember that.
He was not about to get fired. Pete Carroll was about to get fired, and what it was if he didn't get fired, they were going to cripple him with so many freaking scholarships getting taken away.
I mean, that's his earnest day.
Yeah,
he would have been crippled.
I'm out. And Pete Carroll looks like he actually likes. No, Pete Carroll looks like he likes his job though.
It's one game. It's 1 year.
I agree with you, but just in general, and I could be wrong because you're right. It is one game. I just don't think he likes his job, and it's to be determined. I can't. I've said it already. I'm not telling you that I'm right. I'm just telling you what I think. I don't think he's gonna like.
So I guarantee Pete Carroll didn't like his job before Russell Wilson got there.
You might be right.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But
Trevor Lawrence, he came in with
we got to see.
Came in with the number 1 pick. With the prize.
Pete Carroll had that defense there. How long was he there before he won a championship?
Pete Carroll built that because Matt Hasselbeck was still a quarterback.
I'm asking how long was Pete Carroll there before he won a championship? Let's see.
2013. He was Pete Carroll got there in 2010, 2011. So
I don't know. Pete Carroll always looked like he liked his job to me.
But Pete Carroll's just like a happy looking guy though.
That could be it too.
He just he seemed like a happy dude, like just like cool, like a Zoom dude.
I would have never guessed he was 70 years old.
They were talking about that today when they brought up the USC job. Like, man, Pete Carroll, he's 70 years old now. Like that damn.
He kind of looks young for a white person. If he's still not white fans out there.
I was 70. I'd be like,
bro, look, cap. Yeah, I miss 2014. But he looked the same.
No wrinkles in his face for real.
He looked the same way. You know what
I'm saying?
Oh, come on, bro. Come on now, bro. Let's see. He started coaching. And he won that championship in 2004. That was a very long time ago, and it does not fit that. That's where we're getting old.
You know, the USC championship.
Yeah, we're getting old, and it's like that does not feel that far ago.
Boy, bro, it's almost 20 years now. Almost 20 years.
Jesus Christ. I thought he was like, you couldn't tell me.
They were talking about that today. I was watching one of them, I think NFL Live. They were like, bro, Tom Brady's been in the league 20 years. Some of these guys he's quarterbacking against is like 20 years old. Like It's crazy, bro. Yeah. 21 years old and shit. Crazy, dog.
He started coaching there in 2010. He won this Super Bowl.
2013.
Yeah, man, that's
3 years. That's a quick turnaround.
24. It looks like
2014.
Still a fast turnaround. Yeah.
And this is to be determined, but and I just don't remember and the stories might have came out for him too. And I'm pretty sure people had the same conversation we're having right now. Urban, but even before we started, like when we was talking to Rutgers, that I feel like Urban he just feels like a college guy. And some guys are like John Calipari and even Mike Krzyzewski. I think Mike we'll never know. You don't think it'd have been, but some guys are just like, hey, he's a college coach, but Shaka, I think he would be a decent NBA coach.
I think he'd be one of the better NBA coaches.
Yeah, I think it would be a decent NBA coach.
And then too many college coaches, I think they'll do good in the league. I think he would be good.
And and we could be wrong. We'll never know. Well, hopefully, hopefully, if that's his goal, yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So we'll see. You're right, but you're not wrong. It is only one game, but with stories coming out like that, that means when stories start coming out like that, his heart isn't in it. That means they've been hearing it for a while. It wasn't after this week 1 loss.
Yeah.
Do you not agree with that?
Well, it depends. I mean, because sometimes media be reaching.
In the media, I think the media is jumping on and saying that they. But
it was a source. It was a source though that said that he said that though. That that he's like, nah. It wasn't just like nobody's like guessing. It's like it was a source, like
Damn, I ain't know about that.
it's a source though. You know what I'm saying? He's feeling like
Well, all sources aren't accurate. That's what I say. Cite your sources.
Well, I can't cite my sources, baby.
I know you, but
not me, and you too. You can't say you see Stephen A. Smith all the time. Hey, I know I can't tell you how I know.
But I ain't gonna tell you who told me this, but this
or else they ain't gonna tell me no more.
I would say, but if they come out and look wrong about it, I say you hope that source is accurate.
That's when you go back to that source.
I honestly believe that he said it, but like you said, and I agree with you, winning does cure all. Winning feels good, and those years with the Seahawks, I don't remember the records, but were they like god awful? Like wasn't them the Sean Alexander years, or was that before then where they went to the Super Bowl?
He took 05, so it was like his heyday.
He was.
I don't know. I'm asking.
He was like 7 and 9 years.
See, that's not, and especially because after that they were like god awful. Like, who did they lose to in the Super Bowl? With Sean Alexander. I'm just asking.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't god awful. Yeah. They weren't the Bengals. I mean, I'm just being like, I'm not, because when Marvin Lewis came in, he really he turned the shit around. They were god awful
years.
Like, and people be bad, but like they were like bad. Where people like, bro, they don't deserve no more number 1 picks.
Yeah, like, stop giving them chances.
Hopefully, Urban can turn it because Jacksonville.
Trevor, but to the original question, because we just been talking, and that's why I love the show because we really able to get into it. Trevor Lawrence is gonna be okay. He's
gonna be straight.
He threw the picks, but I like the way he looked. You know what I'm saying? He was comfortable.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be straight.
And he's learning the game.
Yeah, I think it's good for him to get out here right now. Even though he hasn't had a losing season in his career.
And he's gonna be all right because look at Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow had never had a losing season. Like his entire life. Yeah. It helped that he tore his ACL up. Like, I still didn't have a losing season because
I was out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Trevor looked good, man. I don't know about Urban. I don't think he's gonna be there for his whole contract. I'll say that. He ain't lasting no 10 years.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not
10 years. How old is he?
64.
Nah, hell no.
He ain't lasting no 10 years.
I think Urban's the type of guy. Now, honestly, let's say, and this is a stretch, so just don't like take the logic out of it. Let's say somehow, let's just say you do like Pete Carroll, he wins the championship in his 4th year, he quits in his 6th.
Think so?
Yeah,
and that's possible. That's possible. Anything's possible. But you can definitely build up a championship.
That is like I don't want you to think that's like
feasible.
Like if he wins in his 4th, he would quit in his 6th.
Especially right now because they have a good formula right now. You got the quarterback on rookie deal. So if you can spend money, outside to get around him, that's how most of these teams.
And that would be his contract year. So they would be able to be loaded that season.
How Seattle did it. That's how Kansas City did it.
I ain't telling you that. Obviously, I'm just saying.
It's possible.
If he was to win that year,
I think he would.
That's it.
After he wins one, he would prove that he can do it, and then he would come back a year or 2 after that.
Mess around and leave. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
And
he wins one, he comes back for one more, and then it's gonna be something like medical reason.
Because I don't think Urban would have left his prior destinations if it weren't for stuff that happened. Obviously, Florida was a health thing. Ohio State.
Urban, they said it was the health thing. That was the official reason. Health reason he wanted to be a family.
You said what?
Health reasons he wanted to be with family.
Florida.
Yeah. No, Ohio State. He had these migraines and shit that was going on.
Aneurysm. Yeah, what is it?
Yeah. So.
I don't know, man.
Ohio State, like I said, the scandal. Yeah.
I don't think it was the scandal. That's
the domestic abuse allegations.
With that other coach.
Yeah.
That was bad. I remember that.
That's what he had to get out of there.
I don't think it's gonna fire him, but they
Or like you said, like they was gonna like throw the book at Ohio State.
I don't think he had to leave, but they were gonna go through Ohio State with a 5-2 come. And he's like, all right, now, I don't know what else is going on here, but there's probably some more dirt going on here that I don't want y'all to find out. So
Exactly. Let me go ahead and bounce.
Go ahead and dig now. Save myself that embarrassment. That's already embarrassing enough to save myself this embarrassment. Go ahead and dig now. Don't investigate us. I'm gone.
All right, y'all want to do real quick rapid fire week two picks. Oh, good luck to you. Good luck to you this week, brother. I got you in fantasy. All right. Tomorrow, who's tomorrow? I'm put it right quick. I think it's the Giants and football team tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
I just real quick. I was just reading. He did have an interview while he left. He just said, essentially, I was 7 years and I kind of knew down the road I was getting near the end. I kind of like, and he said, I found the right guy. He said Florida was stress related, quote unquote. He said Florida was stress related. At Ohio State, I went 7 years and I kind of knew down the road I was getting near the end. Plus, I found the right guy. Ohio State's very personal to me. When I found the right coach in Ryan Day, and he almost left the year before to become the head coach, I went to our president RAD and I said, I found the right guy. All the assistant coach and all the strength staff and infrastructure stays in place and the organization continues to thrive. So a part of me believes,
you can say that, but those allegations had a part in it, bro. You can say your face by putting that quote, I found the right guy.
But you know what though? You say that, but I honestly, and then we're gonna like do this and like, go ahead and get up out of here. I honestly believe him. I think that I'm not, I'm the conspiracy guy on the show for the most part. I honestly believe him in the sense is like, I think he gets bored. That's kind of what we just said. Where he's like, he ain't staying the whole 10 years.
He don't really rock with it that much. But I think he's gonna probably bring up Pelicans.
And that played. It played a part, but I don't think he was gonna get fired. Just like you said, I don't think they were gonna fire him either. I think he was like, hey, Ryan Day about to dip. I kind of want to dip myself.
Yeah. And I think if they would.
And I kind of want to. I kind of
want to say why is it from that investigation?
I kind of want to think. It depends on how. I remember it. How old are his girls now? How old were they then? Because they were playing sport. They were I know they were playing sports. I know that, and obviously they was in the because I wouldn't know who the hell they were. You know what I'm saying? They were playing sports, and he was missing all of it.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, hey, just food for thought. Tell us what y'all think in the comments, YouTube, all that.
Yes,
let's do the let's get the rapid joint off. You want me to do it or you got it, brother?
I got it. Giants football team tomorrow night, Thursday night football.
Against. Oh, you said football team. I'm like, you said the Giants football team. I'm like, against. I got the Giants thing. Football team ain't got no quarterback.
That's true. That's facts. I'm going Giants as well.
Yeah, I'm going Giants.
Shout out Chase Young, man.
Shout out to Chase.
Bengals Bears 1:00. Joe Burrow versus.
Shout out to David Montgomery.
Yeah, shout out to him.
For some reason, my mind is telling me the Bears.
All right, okay. He started that. All right,
don't do it. We're not gonna do that. Hey, listen, I'm not. Hey, we're not gonna. Hey, but I don't know what it is. Hey, Ryan, look at me, brother. Something's telling me the Bears. I think the Bengals got the better team.
Yeah,
I'm going with the Bears.
I'm going Bengals.
I'm going, man. I'm going Bears for that defense.
I don't even know. I don't have a.
Chicago too.
You hear me out. Hear me out though. I don't have any reason why I can tell you the Bears are going to win. David Montgomery's cool, but it's just something about it. You ever just want to, like this team's going to win. You ever feel that way?
I don't trust that offensive line.
Yeah. Have you ever felt that way though?
True.
I'm sure.
But defense, you're right.
You ever felt that way, bro? You like, I can't tell you why,
but I just feel this.
Yeah. So, but I do hope the Bengals win because I rather the city's better when the home team is good.
Yeah, I'm sick of
Texans Browns.
Browns.
Yeah, I'm with you, Browns. Rams, Colts.
You said Rams Colts. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go. Ooh, that's a good
That's
one
a good
actually.
one.
Did Carson Wentz play this past weekend?
Yeah.
How did he look? I don't remember.
Good.
Man, I feel like he rushed back.
Yeah,
to
I
be
feel
back.
like he was trying to rush back, so they didn't have nobody else come in.
Going Rams on the road.
Yeah, I'm going Rams.
Yeah, I'm going Rams.
Vikings, Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Sorry, T.
Vikings.
It's all good.
Vikings.
Home opener. Wait, it's home opener?
Nah,
we gonna roll back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
Golly.
You know the crazy part about it is, out of
Secondary,
all these years on this show, he's never voted against the Vikings because he doesn't keep it real. Like he knows them boys ain't going 17-0. But go ahead, go off Vikings.
Yeah, I know. I can ride down my team. That's a true.
Even Skip Bayless said the Cowboys was gonna lose on Thursday.
Hey, true or die.
Vikings will be playing against God himself. Vikings.
Hey, YouTube fans, you are new to the show. Hold on just a second before we finish rapid fire. You're new to the show. When it comes to the Vikings, you're just not going to get an unbiased opinion. So listen to my boy Rand and me. That's going to actually tell you what's going to happen. The Vikings will lose.
Coming from the guy who says the Cowboys win Super Bowl every year.
I tell you the Cowboys are going to be in the Super Bowl this year.
We haven't been on 2 weeks, so you haven't told. We haven't changed.
Tampa Bay is winning. Tampa Bay is winning the Super Bowl. If you want to do the segment right now, you can go through it. You don't have time. Tampa Bay's winning the Super Bowl. Let's run
it. Bills, Dolphins.
Oh, you said Vikings, right?
Yeah, I said Vikings. Yeah, Bills, Dolphins.
Man,
let's make sure.
Bills.
Bro, I mean, we can actually win against Cardinals. It ain't like.
Okay.
I doubt it. Bills.
Yeah, is it Miami? I'm going Bills. They're gonna bounce back.
I'm going.
It's two playing.
Yeah, 2 playing.
I'm going Dolphins. Don't bet against South Beach. Them Bills fans going out. They gonna be tired, sluggish, in the heat. I'm going Dolphins up. Upset.
I bet against South Beach all the time in sports, but if it's the party world, baby, you never bet against South Beach.
Patriots, Jets.
I'm going
Patriots. I don't even know who on the Jets team.
Sam
Darnold.
Exactly.
Where is Sam Darnold at?
Carolina.
Yeah.
Not sure. Carolina.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not the Jets winning. Not Jets.
I'm going Jets. Their defense is maybe have it better. Going against Mac Jones.
I don't know what's wrong with T today.
You look better than Mac Jones.
I know. I'm just messing. I'm just messing.
49ers, Eagles.
It's tough. That's a tough one. Is that the game of the week?
Nah, it should be though. That's 1 o'clock game.
This is gonna be a good game.
But the 1 o'clock games could be game of the week sometime.
I'm going Niners. That's a good game.
Sheesh.
Ooh,
it's tough.
I'm going Philly at home. Yeah, Philly at home. Raiders, Steelers, in Pittsburgh.
I'm going Steelers. Raiders didn't show me enough.
Facts. Steelers by default.
I think so. Man.
Who Derek Carr? Rudy. I'm going with the
Steelers. Saints, Panthers at Panthers.
Jameson Saints.
I'm going Saints. I ain't gonna trust Sam Darnold.
Saints.
Broncos at Jaguars.
Broncos.
Teddy Bridgewater. That's quarterback of Denver.
Broncos. Urban Meyer's looking terrible. Come on, man.
Play calling is looking terrible, bro. I
was about to say he's not the offensive coordinator.
He's it's terrible.
Who was it, bro? I was talking
Broncos, Jags.
I'm going Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going Teddy Bridgewater back home in the state of Florida. I'm going Broncos.
Jags got a good chance of winning the games, though. I don't believe in Teddy. Look, I knew it. That's what I said it. It's true, but that's the reason I said it, though. Keep going. Keep moving.
Falcons don't disrespect Teddy too.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, Falcons, Bucks. Yeah.
It'll be a big.
Hey, cuz. This ain't the Saints winning. Eat that.
Eating the dub.
Either the
Cowboys, Chargers.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going. Where's that?
It's in LA.
In LA.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going Cowboys.
Bet the over. It's gonna be a high. It's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shootout.
Who'd you pick? Pick the Chargers. Pick the Chargers, bro. Please pick the Chargers.
My heart is saying Chargers though.
When we all pick the Cowboys, we lose.
That defense.
Yeah.
Defense a little bit.
When we all pick the Cowboys, we lose. Pick the Chargers.
I did Chargers.
I'm about to get a dub this week. Give me some right. Hey, boom. Yeah, we get a dub. Thank you.
Yeah, hope so. Titans, Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah, we want Seahawks.
Without a doubt, Ryan Tannehill. I think he'll get it together, but it won't be this week.
In Seattle, yeah.
When I say Ryan Tannehill, you know, it's just because he's a quarterback. I think the whole team will get it together, but it just won't be this week.
Russ and Seattle
it's hard to bounce. You ain't wrong about that. And then they fold. They fold midway through.
They be like 8-1. They just
the Seahawks. I just don't think you bounce back against the Seahawks this early in the season. Like you said, they rolling, and the Titans. They'll bounce back week 4. That's just. So I'm just throwing out there.
They got to get back to what got them there, and that's feeding the ball to Derrick Henry.
And then Julio and AJ Brown to be able to get their things off once Derrick Henry is. And last year they didn't start off with Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? He didn't start off balling last season in the first 2 games. Then they start feeding him. Choo, freight train. Next game.
I'm gonna see how play game. Game of the week. Chiefs, Ravens, Sunday Night Football.
Chiefs, that's the game of the week.
Too many injuries in Baltimore, man. I'm going
Kansas City. Easy. It's gonna be a rout.
Yeah. Unless Lamar has one of them games.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be a rout.
It's gonna be a blowout.
Wow.
I think Minnesota Arizona game is better than that game.
Yeah.
I really do. It's more even squad.
I'm going Chiefs close though.
And another one, I think the Seahawks and Tennessee game is better than that game. I don't know why that's the game of the week. Anyways.
And then Lions, Packers, Monday Night Football. He ain't watching none of the games.
I'm not watching that
game.
You want to watch wrestling then?
Yeah. No. I've been watching The Last Dance again.
Well, how many times you boy?
Mike's the GOAT, bro. Sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna just go. I'm going with Green Bay.
It's gonna be a Packers comeback game, bounce back game.
And if the Green Bay lose, you can bet they're gonna look good. I'm just telling you, the Green Bay is gonna look good this game.
If they lose, man.
The
media's gonna be going crazy.
It depends how they lose, though. Because it depends though. If A-Rod come out and comes out and throws 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, they're gonna be like, hey, the defense is garbage, the coach is garbage. Now if they're gonna get blown out,
problem.
No, just hear me out though. It just depends. The narrative this depends on what the narrative gonna be. It's not gonna be he washed. Now if he come out and he don't play good, yeah, he sucks.
Nah, because you Aaron Rodgers, you can't get outdueled by Jared Goff.
Listen. I'm not getting outdueled if I score 30 points and you give up 31 points. I'm not getting outdueled.
Yes, you are. Why
30 points?
No, because the defense is this isn't basketball.
But you got on me last year when you kept saying like, why is Dak throwing so many like? Because you was claiming Dak was last year, and I was trying to defend him, but y'all saying y'all defense was the reason why.
Nah,
now it's the defense. But now it's the defense. Okay.
No, Dak. I watched those games, and Dak was making crucial mistakes, and Aaron Rodgers don't make those same mistakes. Not in the regular.
Obviously, last week he did.
He don't care, but historically, Aaron Rodgers don't make those mistakes, and that's why he has the record that he's had in the NFL. Check his NFL record. Just saying. The Cowboys go 7-9 and 8-8 because Dak Prescott don't make the right play when the game matters.
All right. It's been down.
Well, and that was last season, but that's my quarterback. I got a jersey. I'm wearing it this Sunday, and I can't wait. Turn up Dak Prescott. We done gave you $1 billion, and I'm excited to have you, baby. That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. And the headset is off. I'm done talking.
That was the Wild 513.
My boys.
Episode 199. Before we get here, shout out to Big E too, man. My boy Big E, the new WWE champion, man. Big E.
Who is that?
I'm
sorry, I'm just playing. I saw you.
Hey, Raw.
He gonna lose in 2 weeks. I done seen it. I remember.
They better not lose. They better not lose in Cincinnati.
Who won the? I forget who it was. It was one of my boys. He won it. And nobody remembers because it might have been like Edge or something. I think he's won it before. And it was like, oh, he won this. And it was gone. Like, damn, bro. Like,
I think it was Jeff Hardy.
Like he did. Yeah, that's my
about right.
Bro, and he lost it. Like it wasn't even a pay-per-view, B.
It was like a Monday Night Raw. He lost.
You gonna make him losing on Monday Night Raw?
He said, Kobe lost it quick too.
Who said the Atlanta Falcons suck? Oh, he said the Georgia Bulldogs can't win it when it matters.
Now at least Kobe had a run though. Like
he
better not lose it in 2 weeks. He better not.
Lose it next week.
I'll be done.
Oh, they said the Georgia Bulldogs ain't gonna win.
Yo, you definitely know he ain't. You definitely know he ain't gonna say that.
Let's
down to Wi-Fi.
They do it every year.
Episode 200 next week, man. Make sure y'all tap in with us, follows and everything down to
Wi-Fi. Hey, because it's gonna be a surprise, and we doing it big.
We're gonna do it big, man. Yes, sir. Until next week, man. We catch y'all.
Deuces. Yeah.